I mean, guess what I'm buying myself for Christmas?
Let's find out with the audience because we're switching over. Hello, everybody. My name is Jacob or JC. I'm joined here by 6 wonderful people: Jazz, Alpha, James, Hominia, Suzanne, and Cody. It's not Christmas time yet, so we're gonna tamp down on that. It's a couple weeks until we're all eating turkey for Thanksgiving, and we have to give that holiday its due. But welcome to our session 29 of D&D 5th edition Usapait. My name is JC. I'll be the dungeon master for the evening, and let's get some statements. Let's get some plugs and the recap all out of the way. First of all, statements. I feel like this is obvious, but it's been so obvious that we haven't talked about it. For Thanksgiving week, this is not next week, but it is the week after that, we will not be having session. We're planning on having session on the 20th, and then that will be the last session for November, where we'll get back up on the wagon of D&D on December 4th. But the 27th, Humble Thanksgiving, we will not be having session. I'm going to get it out of the way and say the other kind of obvious one. We will not be having one on the 25th because Thursday is Christmas Day as well. I'll remind people when that comes up, but just get some stuff out of the way like that. Other than that, we are also just letting people know that we stream D&D once a week, as long as it's not those days we have off, on this Twitch channel, Parnat, or there's the restream on JC Productions at JC Productions channel on YouTube. Either way that you're watching, if you've come and found us, welcome. Thanks for playing with us. If you are not followed or not subscribed, please don't hesitate to do that. It's free, and it lets us know that you enjoy watching us. We'd be rolling these dice anyway, but we like knowing that we're entertaining, at least somewhat. I think that is all of the plugs and announcements out of the way, though, so we should talk about what happened last week, shouldn't we, gang? Now, I don't think much happened, but a couple things did. Glaerun and Ophelia had a nice little conversation in the dead of night. They probably wished they were sleeping, but they had volunteered to keep watch over something. I'm sure we'll come back to that. The group as well had been stashed in Yoi's family guild hall. The doors opened and beds allowed for everyone. They got to meet some of her family and guild members, as well as, for some of them, stay in the capital city of Forbelle for the first time. Unfortunately, it became a little problematic when the little side thing that I mentioned that Glaerun and Ophelia were guarding came to life as muscle, tendon, and sinew dropped from the armor and drop-kicked Glaerun into unconsciousness, grabbed him by the neck, and busted out of the cellar that they were hiding the armor in. Ophelia attempted to give chase, but because they are missing a couple appendages, they were unable to keep up and yelled as this was their last hope for survival on Glaerun's behalf. The rest of the group came outside and shot the morsel out of the creature's mouth before they could be killed. Or at least that's what they thought. As during session 28, we found out that Glaerun was actually slated for death and watched from a third-person perspective as an individual talked to his brother, someone very close to him, and allowed him to trade his neck for Glaerun's, something that he did with little hesitation, as they were told, "Don't worry, you can take the blow. Let me help." Glaerun was not happy about this revelation as he woke up from the nightmare to hear the group arguing about what they needed to do. Time was short because the scuffle with the armor beast, had left a lot of people wondering what the hell happened, as a 300-foot shockwave of sound had woken up the entire block of Forbelle that they were at, and the City Watch had been called to investigate. Yoi's family seemed to safeguard your guys' information and identities, but the message was clear. You can't stay here. Someone will figure something out eventually. Although some of you, I should say one of you in particular, wanted to go to the city guard and try to explain your side of the story before maybe Creed resurfaced in his full form. The rest of you pulled them off of that idea, and each of you snuck around the city, gathering supplies, getting your horses back, and striking out to Alis Eriel, the home of Glaerun, and a coastal city that hopefully would have extra bits that they would need to make the round trip to Eleanor, the city that Ophelia has seen in their visions, that is coming under siege by the cloud of black dust in her vision that people are coming up with a lot of names for. But we'll leave it at that. Where we last left off, the group has begun their travel, with Yoi taking one last look back at her city as points out a particularly interesting bug on the road that grosses everyone else out.
Can I note something about that real quick?
Sure.
I just wanted to take a quick sketch of one and maybe write down some notes about things I'd noticed about it while I'm here for a quick moment, but that's all.
Yeah, easy enough to have said you've done. With that, we're into a little bit of travel, as Forbelle is not right next to Alis Eriel. You guys are going to be on the road for a bit. We'll have a couple encounter rolls and see if anything pops up in your way. During this time, we'll get to certain checkpoints, and if you decide that a conversation is wanting to be had, then let me know, interrupt me, and seize the moment for yourself. But we're on the first day of travel. About a half day's travel over from Forbelle. You guys starting off on the nice, more slightly hilled plains. Nothing too much in the interesting side of things to look at. But the road is easy and quite well paved as the first day starts. Would someone like to roll a d20 for me?
I would love to.
Please.
13.
13.
That's kind of high.
It's kind of high, but it seems that this might be fine for you. You're not too sure. On this first day of travel between Forbelle and Alis Eriel, if anyone wants to say that they're doing anything special besides just simply traveling, let me know. You guys have about 5 days to kind of space the time up. Let me know.
Send you a message. What I want to do.
You would need binding materials right now, is the whole thing. You've cut down a substantial price, but you still do need stuff. It's the equivalent of if you're welding and you want to weld two things together, you still need the welding rod, the rods for it, that sort of bit. Um,
Sorry.
you're good. Seize the initiative. What you want?
Sorry, did I interrupt again? Was Suzanne going? I heard Suzanne, so now, did you... I'm so sorry.
I didn't say anything.
Go. It's your turn. Go.
Okay, I would like to please get, are we out of the city already?
Yes, you guys had left the city. If there's something Yoi specifically was looking to get, I can retroactively let you specifically get it because you weren't here for the city shopping run. As long as you have the
Yeah.
gold, just let me know.
Oh, I'm sure I have the gold. Can I please buy the equipment necessary to make my sister's designs?
Oh, shit.
Sorry.
I mean, if she's doing that, it would stand to reason I would get the binding materials while I was. Well, no, because I got the spell book afterwards. Okay.
You did. You guys figured that out, like, within the first couple hours of traveling.
My bad.
That's fine. I'm chilling. These
Um,
things happen.
So, Yoi, this would be something you specifically would have a bit of an advantage on because there is materials at your guild hall. There would still need to be infusion materials that you'd need to pick up. Are you... I'm not sure if you'd be able to do all of her items. Is there anything in particular that you want to focus on? I can give you a gold piece price of the infusion stuff for that. And then if you want to check another one, then I can give you the pricing of that. We can basically build up to what your personal limit is.
So I would imagine that at the guild hall, I would have all of the metal workings and the things to make it physically, but I wouldn't have anything to infuse it, correct?
Yes, that is what we're going for.
Okay. Would you be able to give me just a quick list of the things that I would physically be able to grab from the guild hall? I don't necessarily want to grab the infusion things first, as I believe Yoi would want to make it physically just to have it as designed before infusing it with anything. Kind of like a trial and error, making sure that it's followed through, if that makes any sense.
Got you. Well, so it again, it depends on what you want to bring. Like, what do you want to attempt to be crafting? Do you want to attempt to craft like the brooch, what are we going for?
Oh lord, I don't even remember what all it was. Can I please have Yoi make the God, what was it called? Guys, I'm blanking. It wasn't the... Was it the brooch? Was it the brooch that was, had the magic to...
I'm
Sorry, Jason.
No, you're good. I'm just really trying to dig for what you're specifically looking for. I don't want to lead you astray.
No, it's okay. I'm trying to think of the word to, like, hide, but I
The
can't.
detection and location one?
Non-detection.
Yeah.
The brooch of non-detection. Not, like... Because the two I'm remembering off my head is that one. And then the necklaces that show you when someone else is basically in trouble, unconscious, that sort of thing. When someone is down.
Yeah, actually, can I get the materials to make the necklaces first?
Sure.
And I would like to make one for each member of the party if possible.
Got you. No, that is... So, any non-magical materials, that's the advantage of the guild hall. As long as the guild hall is performing well, you will be able to grab those non-magical materials. So, easy enough.
Okay,
And because you're going for the necklaces first, even grabbing the material to make one for all 6 people is not that much. Not that much weight.
Perfect. And for the necklaces, Do they all have like a stone inlay, and does it need to be a particular stone in order to work?
So the stone depends on the kind of base color that you'd want. There's basically different types. So you can have green be the general okay as the color. You can have like a blue, a purple, a white, and each of those are different colors. However,
Okay,
when that
but
person becomes troubled, it will bleed red, and that will be the color will bleed into being red, is the whole thing.
But the stones can be a different color, and it wouldn't affect how the necklaces work.
No. You can let me
Okay.
know what type of the infusion is what makes it bleed, that sort of thing, that sort of connection. And so the stone itself, you can be creative about it.
Perfect, because I want everybody to have their own individual color, because if we ever lose a necklace or find one, we know exactly whose it was. Okay, cool. I will grab, because it's gonna be 6 necklaces, right?
There are 6 of you. It depends on if you want to make a necklace for yourself and everyone else in the party.
Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna grab white, blue, green, purple, pink, and orange stones, please.
Can I be the Pink Ranger?
You could be the pink ranger.
I want purple. I take
Okay,
purple.
you could be the purple ranger.
Purple
American
Ranger!
series for Power Rangers, the Yellow Ranger was a girl, but they used the scenes from Japan, and the Yellow Ranger was a man in that. So in the older Power Rangers, it's very specifically a girl, but when she's in the suit doing the fight scenes, it's a whole different thing. So I want to be the gender ambiguous Ranger. The color don't really matter.
But
Ambiguous Ranger, hell yeah.
The dubious Ranger.
The dubious ranger. All right, so you're able to grab that material. That's all stuff that could be covered by your guild hall, so no worries there.
awesome. And just so that way I know how much I need to have aside, how much are the infusion materials going to be? And is that something that Ophelia is going to handle, or is that something that Yoi is going, like, not purchasing wise, but doing the actual infusion
So
part?
Infusion should be kind of the wrong, or is the wrong kind of word to do, because infusion infers like the really quick and I would guess sort of painless stuff, like you making the sending earrings. You did that in the morning just through exerting the magical focus into the earrings. This would be more of an enchanting process. So this could each necklace could take, depending on how much magic is placed into these, taking weeks to do, and just general downtime being needed to create these. And that is something that I would say a lot more people are able to do, but basically the long and short of it is someone with spell slots with an arcana proficiency, and those people can spend downtime to work on crafting these items. So it's not necessarily you or Helminia, it could be either.
Okay. Yeah, I just,
Or both.
because I know it was discussion of Ophelia wanted to help. I just wasn't sure if it was like with, I wasn't sure what it was with. But that is perfectly fine. And then I guess my final question, since it's going to end up taking a lot of downtime in order to make these necklaces, these are going to end up being permanent infusions, right? Not like
Yes.
my quick and dirty, like, yeah, these will be permanent.
That's the
Okay.
big thing is enhancements are your quick and dirty can be temporary sort of stuff, but it's something that only you can do.
Right.
Enchantments are something that it takes time, it takes money, but once you're done with it, it is a magical item.
Awesome. Okay. Perfect. In that case, that's all I really have. And so we're out of the city right now. Are we on the boat?
You're not on the boat. You have not made it to Glaerun's hometown yet. You have about a week, so 5 days worth of travel.
Right. And are we each individually riding a horse, or is it like carriage time?
Currently, each of you are riding a horse, and Glaerun has basically another horse that you guys are using as a pack horse. A very large, kind of closer to a war horse than an actual riding horse that the rest of the 5 horses are. That can very much so carry a lot of weight.
And then I guess I just wanted to ask the party, because I mean, I wasn't here for the past couple weeks, so I don't even know if I necessarily have the right to ask, but was there a reason that we did individual horses instead of getting, like, a cart?
I don't know.
Because they were provided to us as a reward for finishing up with the, or
These are the same
releasing those
horses we came
prisoners.
into town with.
Yeah.
So we just took the horses we already had. And
Yeah.
we went shopping and left instantly. Like, we didn't want to be here. So we literally grabbed, like, rations and wine and, like, left. We bare minimum shopped. It wasn't like a shopping episode. We just made it that way.
Okay.
It wasn't
'Cause
a
I
wasn't-
shopping
I thought-
episode, but one of the last things that they bought was candy.
Yeah.
Nice.
We kind
All right.
of got these horses for free, so it wasn't. And I don't have
would be
carriage
really
money.
conspicuous too.
I don't have carriage money. I'm suspecting Yoi might, but I don't.
Parents had a carriage for us to use, which was I thought we
Do
talked
you
about.
want to
that
take the
beforehand.
carriage with us? We can do that.
I
since you
didn't want
weren't
to
here,
back
probably.
since I wasn't here. So if we just want to take individual horses, I'm totally chill with that too. I just wasn't sure because I figured that if we had a carriage, we'd have more time to do downtime things while we're traveling.
That's
But at the same time, if you wanted to just take individual horses, I'm also happy with that.
That's
didn't
true.
know you had a
Another
carriage.
thing that could be stated for or against it is it would be a lot easier to book passage for horses rather than an entire carriage aboard a boat,
Yes.
which you guys are intending to do.
Yeah, I would imagine that we would have had to pay for a carriage like hold or whatever. So, cool. Okay. I mean, it does not matter to me. So individual horses is totally fine.
Alrighty.
I didn't know you had a carriage. We didn't know it was an option.
I missed that too.
I mean,
Um,
I'm not opposed to it if it's something we can do. I just don't know if it's like it is a
not
thing with
worth
the
it.
with the ship too. Yeah.
How much? Okay, just so that way I can weigh out the options. If we were to take the carriage and make it to Alis Eriel, how much would it be to board the carriage for when we come back to Alis Eriel?
You
You
don't.
just leave it. In
Just leave
Alis
it?
Eriel?
that
There's,
that would
like,
be a
not, like,
discussion that would
RV
need to
parking
happen. Yeah.
carriages?
Mhm.
You don't technically have to leave it. You could probably pay someone to take it back too.
Like back to Forbelle?
Yeah. I'm sure you could rent it out and just say, "Hey, when you're done, drop it here," and like that would be fine.
Is that something that we could do, JC?
It's a theoretical thing. I also know what James was beginning to think of the fact that James's character Glaerun has his family there, and as Glaerun's not been shy about saying, his family is a little bit, on top of things in Alis Eriel.
Mr. Silver Spoon over here.
That's a funny way to say loaded.
Loaded.
In charge.
In charge, the Lord, all that stuff.
I'll leave it up to Glaerun then. Glaerun/James, do you want to take the carriage or do you prefer individual horses since you have Warhorse?
I mean, I'm not going to tell you no if you want to take the carriage. I'm sure we can
Alright.
work something out for where to get it stored until we get back.
Okay. Is that okay with everybody else, or do you guys... Is that an option that you would want to pursue?
I got no grievance with the carriage.
Unbelievably, I have proficiency in a carriage, so I would be happy.
Aylin's a driver! Okay.
All right, 20 seconds. Each of you get the chance to say yay or nay to the retroactive carriage. Go.
Yes.
Yippee! Yay.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds... we've got 5 people who understood it and 1 person that gave me a shoulder shrug, and that was not in the questionnaire. So that seems the carriage wins the retroactive. You guys still have the horses. Are you leaving those horses in Forbelle, or are those horses just alongside the carriage now? Because you only need 2 horses for the carriage.
I think
Keeping
we
both
should
of my
bring them up.
horses.
Yeah.
We can, tie them to the back, right? They'll walk
Yeah, you
behind
can.
the
Yeah,
carriage.
you can lead them, and people. Yeah, it's not a big thing. So, just wanted to make sure you guys weren't
Oh.
leaving horses behind.
I'll stay on my horse and lead some other horses.
Okay, easy enough to do.
I'm going to stay on my horse as well.
Gotcha. So, this will, this can kind of be the layout then. So it sounds like Aelin is the one in charge of driving the carriage. And Glaerun are both astride their horses. Is watching the actual horses, having ties to them. Glaerun's carrying any extra bits of provisions that aren't on the carriage. And the other 3 of you are in the riding portion of the carriage. Kind of like a stagecoach bit of a situation. It's not like a lounge or anything, but it's padded seats, a table that if someone wishes they could work on, albeit not general concise work. There would be like a bit of a penalty to crafting stuff, but it's able to get time on any projects if you so wish, and protection from the elements, which I think might be the most important thing.
Would I be able to finish the craftsmanship of gauntlets, quote?
During this trip?
Yes.
Let
We're
me
still for that.
let me check on what that timetable is, and then you'll probably be able to do a roll during this time for it. Yeah. So you very well might be.
Awesome, because I know that I have it all. The things died right now. I just need to put it together.
Yes. All right. Every bit of the
Oh, you'd
trip
hate
kind of
me.
smoothed out. I'm taking that as a yes. As we move across this, the carriage bouncing slightly against the ground. A couple people outside of the carriage, both making sure it goes where it needs to go, and also keeping an outside eye trained to the surroundings. A couple of you, specifically Ophelia Velden and Yoy, are able to sit down, keep their breath, and in Yoy's case, start fiddling with the knife contraption. So, Yoy, if you so wish, because this portion of the trip is not deemed dangerous, give me a intelligence or tinkering check if you have proficiency in Tinkerer's tools.
Okay. And you said a straight intelligence?
Intelligence, and you can add tinkering tool proficiency if you are proficient in tinkering tools.
I do not believe I am.
Okay.
However, that will end up being a 17 on intelligence.
17 on intelligence. 14. Okay. As you work your way kind of through this, you're beginning to slowly, methodically assemble this stuff. Not through a lack of skill, even though you do realize there is a... It's not your exact forte, what you are most trained to do, and there would be tools to better do it. However, the other two that are in the carriage do see you, in their eyes, nimbly and efficiently begin assembling this, strapping the pieces together, putting anything needed together, and over a couple of hours, you're watching it begin to take shape with a strong success in your project.
Yay.
The big bit now, since we're just on a travel segment, we'll hit the checkpoint of the first night. Since you guys are in the carriage, but not everyone can fit in the carriage, are people going to push through the night, or are you guys going to look around and make camp?
If we want to keep pushing, we could end up doing like row rounds where like the three that are outside can go inside and rest. I don't know if that's something that we're interested in.
I would be interested in that. If we could do that.
Ophelia can't ride a horse alone.
I know. I
I
think
don't
we
even-
still have, I think we would still have enough people.
We could put Ophelia in the saddlebag. Horse just comes along. Could put Ophelia in the carriage as well.
I might be able to drive the carriage, but I don't know. I'm not
You know, it's a
proficient with
shotgun.
that.
You have one arm to wave a shotgun around. That could work.
Well, I
I
mean, as
could-
long as we just do it in shifts of 2, right? I'm assuming 4 people can fit in the carriage, right?
It's
Yes.
just gonna.
That
Mess
is
up
correct.
the
We just-
horses.
If we just, no, we have so many horses, we'll just rotate them.
Yeah, but horses gotta sleep.
It'll be
Horses
fine.
need 2 hours of sleep.
It'll be fine.
Yeah. I didn't
Get
think
them in the
about that.
carriage.
Then we'll stop for 2 hours in the morning.
Let's get the wash up.
Sound good to me. Stop, make breakfast for 2 hours, and then go again.
Could we push for 6 hours and then just chill those last 2 and let the horses chill?
If you guys want to, there's a possibility.
Will we get long rests if we do this?
Is that the most efficient use of our time?
I lied to you.
You lied.
Horses need 3 to 6 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
2.9.
I wasn't gonna stop
All
you
right.
guys from making that. One of you just said that out loud, and the rest of you went with it. The horses
wanted to
need
do it.
rest, but you can push the horses. It's up to you guys.
I am also okay with making camp.
I don't mind.
Let's just do camp.
All right.
Okay.
Easy enough to pull the carriage and the horses over to the side of the road. You guys can let the horses graze on the fresh grass that grows throughout this kind of hilled area. A fire can be struck, and we can get some watches if need be. I can, if we want to set up like people who are continuously doing watch together, or people that are just taking first, second, third watch, then that's perfectly fine, just in case if something happens. Otherwise, we'll party.
I'll take first watch.
Okay.
I gotta pick this 3rd level spell before I go to bed, or that I'm stuck and no one's giving me any input here.
fucking God, have you still not done that?
No,
I'm asking for input, and everyone's like,
be your own
"Ooh."
person. We
Bro, I gave
believe
you
in
like
you.
5 fucking options. Choose a spell.
I need one option.
Be your own
Don't
person.
Don't treat me like a
What are
Gemini.
we
Don't
arguing
treat me
about
like
right
a
now?
Gemini.
Take one.
I'm confused. What's going on?
I'm
How
picking
many
my 3rd
has
level
taken
spell.
3 weeks to pick a 3rd level spell?
You
Wow.
look, end all be all, Lehman's tiny hut.
I'm just
Fuck
takes
it,
a
take-
2nd level spell.
Take fucking Tiny Hut.
I'm not taking Tiny Hut. Do I look like
Fuck
a
you.
Tiny Hut kind of individual to you?
Take,
Yeah.
well,
Yes.
you don't have legs. So
Kind of.
take slow or haste.
I actually,
You'll be
yeah.
fine.
My vote's
Take
for
slow or haste. I don't care.
Yeah. Do you want a debuff or do you want a buff?
Debuff. Take slow.
Haste,
Done.
haste
Great.
if you love me.
Fantastic.
Slow if you hate me.
Oh.
Picks slow.
JC, could you roll a d4? Even it's slow, odd it's haste.
I rolled a 1 on a d4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess we're going with haste. It's what the people want.
There you go.
They just wanted you to choose something. I'm gonna be real.
Hooray!
Well, now I want slow because it works on 6 creatures.
Oh, okay. Oh no! It's
All right.
You have 3rd level
Yeah,
spells. That's
easy.
fucking crazy.
All right. So, is taking first watch. Do we have someone that will put themselves in the template to volunteer for second watch? And the same for third?
I'll take second watch.
Second watch.
I got 3rd.
Third.
Oh,
Okay. Starting with each of you will roll a d20. So, you're first.
7.
7, all good. Then Valden.
Yeah. The D20 I had on my table suspiciously disappeared.
Stop eating them, dude.
They're crunchy and good. I'm sorry. 9.
All good. Glaerun.
2.
All good. All right. The first day is finished in its entirety. All of you are able to get a long rest for anything you might have used in the city. Any new rolls from the wizard or infusions wished to happen by the artificer, and then we can mark down for whoever's tracking the rations that 6 rations are used.
I didn't end up using them, but that day's portent dice for the folks at home was double 4s.
We love double 4s.
I don't imagine I could use the portent dice on the encounter roll, could I?
Technically, you could, yeah.
Ooh.
It is a dice roll you
Ooh.
are aware of.
Could be fun.
Where the hell is
Hey,
my
Ju-
pencil?
Mhm.
Who's that guy?
Thank you.
I do have a question.
I have an answer.
So when you have a second, and it's about my level up stuff, which is kind of confusing.
Gotcha.
So after this long rest, before we even get into it, I'm gonna be doing the experimental elixir when I wake up. However, now that I'm at 5th level, I am able to gain a bonus to 1 of anything that I make with my alchemist supplies or using like anything as a spellcasting focus. Would experimental elixir be counted in that? It basically ups like the amount of whatever it does to what I'm making.
I can check on
Here,
that for
I'll-
you and then get back to you on that.
Here you go.
Yeah,
I'll just send that real quick, and then yeah, we'll be in cahoots.
gotcha.
Saddle up, by the way.
Sounds good. Well, I could just say I'm not sure if that's what hurts your brain, Jazz, but I can send you at least the exact book wording of what it is. But it's just the role if you're doing. So it's just for a spell that you cast, because your spell casting is like, instead of needing to use the combination of stuff to make a fireball, you can use your alchemist or like alchemist tools as your spell casting focus. So you can either buff the roll by buff the restoring of hit points that you use, or buff the damage that you do by your intelligence modifier. So basically you can get a bonus to that.
So it wouldn't count for the elixirs. It would only count for
Yes,
casting a physical spell.
because it's whenever you cast a spell.
Okay, good. I just
But
wanted to check.
you have extra potent like healing magic, because most healing magic already does plus your spellcasting modifier. So that's really nice.
Yeah, better healing.
Better healing, better damage, better pizza. All right. So everyone gets up, goes back into the carriage, having been unhurt or unbothered by anything throughout the night. We'll do day 2 out of this, and this is the pattern that we'll be doing for a little bit, seeing if anything gets rolled. Who would like to be rolling the encounter dice for today?
I'll do it.
Okay.
Five.
5. A clear, clean day. Quite the contrast towards the mad dash for the capital that you all have experienced together. The sun is out, the day is lovely, and it seems that for a moment, each of you are able to forget about what or why you are here. Just a nice bit of time to yourself. Yoi, if you're still working on the knife, you're able to make another tinkering roll to build that up.
I was gonna say yes. Would this be going towards the physical building of the thing, or is it more of a? Am I putting magic in it yet? Am I putting magic in it yet, Grandpa?
You gotta finish building it. You need at least one more strong success or 2 normal successes to have built it, and then you can imbue.
All right.
What would you do if I made you roll a 4 right now?
That'd be crazy.
I'd understand. I'd understand.
That's what you get for trying to go to the cops. 4.
I didn't even try. I didn't even get to try. I wasn't here.
Thought crime. You thought about it. Thought snitch. Snitching your thoughts.
22.
22 is a strong success. So today you're able to finalize the actual build of this knife contraption. If you want to, we can save the description for when you finish it entirely. But
Yes.
you're getting ready.
Yes. So excited.
All right. At the end of it, we're going to have, unless if people want to exchange the templates when you all hunker down for rest, are able to take watch or not be taking watch. If anyone wants to join, that's also a thing. Otherwise, I'm just going to assume it is Valden, Glaerun for watch. With that, if I can get the encounter roll from
Ugh. 16.
16 is just not enough, unfortunately. You need one more for me. Valden?
Let me roll again.
I'm gonna stop rolling this dice. I got another 9.
Okay.
That was good.
Glaerun?
Thank-
Who knows, man?
14.
14. Another clear, lovely night. Nothing harries you. The sky is clear and full of stars. And you're left just able to consider anything you wish, whether pleasant or foreboding. But all of you once again rise. New rolls for the wizard. And 6 more rations are marked off from the group party. The party pack.
Copy that.
The rolls for that day were a 1 and a 4.
All right. Back up in Adam for day 3 of travel. Over the halfway point here. I'm just going to need an encounter roll from someone.
I got it.
I'll do it. Damn it.
No, no, you go. You go. You go.
Okay. Oh my.
She rolls too good. You shouldn't have let her.
Nope. I rolled a natural 1.
Oh. Jazz, why do you always roll what you need?
You know, I don't know. Cody's here to witness. You can ask him.
All right.
Are we gonna
Easy.
die? Because I rolled a 1? Be honest.
No, but I really want you to roll for encounter again because you rolled a 1. That'd be fun. But I'll have to consider that for a more dangerous place than the northern region. So, however, Yoi, you are able to start working on infusing this with magic. Can I get an Arcana check from you?
Yes.
Crazy it'd be if I made you roll a 4 right here.
I'd cry because I just rolled a 1. Not like just now, but earlier I just rolled a 1. What? I don't know. You're looking at me, man. Just don't look at me. Don't look at me. Thank you.
Thank you,
Jeez.
Cody.
You said an Arcana check?
Arcana check. Cody's making me feel very safe right now.
That is a 19, 17 on the die.
19. As those riding the carriage with Yoi begin to watch as she goes to work, beginning to imbue both the blade of this contraption as well as the actual section around the arm brace with arcane magic. As nothing manages to happen during this, we'll go to the night, where we'll have, unless if someone wants to stay otherwise, Valden, or Glaerun roll. All of you, starting with let's go.
Twelve.
12.
Well, I rolled a new dice. I don't know if this is good. 19.
19. Could I get a D100 roll from you?
Oh God. Yeah. No, of course. Of course.
100 guards show up to arrest all of us.
1,000,000.
Pretty close. 75.
75.
75 of
say-
bugs magically appear.
No.
Those freaky spider
That's a problem
things.
because they got hands. Like,
Yeah.
they got opposable thumbs and knives.
We're gonna get our ankles are so poked right now.
If only half of them hit you, that's still 1 piercing damage. Half of 75 is still enough to kill me.
Me as well.
5. Okay.
Bugs with pack tactics and knives.
Oh God.
No.
Tactics too.
That's very funny.
Remember that time all those years ago? 55 damage and just stones barreling down from the sky.
Nope.
I remember that
Yeah.
because that was the same episode I had to make that announcement.
As you all are on your way, since we're kind of moving through, I do need a roll from James after this. Just give me that encounter roll real quick.
18.
Did you say 18?
I did.
Please roll a d100 as well.
Do I have to?
Yes.
Okay. $92.
Oh. Oh my. $92. Okay. Okay, sure. All right. You are. Oh, that's for. Yeah, that's not what we need. That's what we need. Okay. As normal, you guys seem unharried through the night. As the sun begins to crest over the plains and illuminate everything around you. Glaerun, since you are taking the last watch, you watch as the sun rises on your camp, as well as a stone bridge that is leading, basically is where you guys kind of move to go back to get onto the road. There is a stone bridge overlooking and traversing a river that is interesting because as far as you can recall, you don't remember hearing the sound of rushing water. It was getting dark as you guys were getting close to looking around for camp, but you don't remember the sound of rushing water, which you very clearly can hear now. And you don't remember seeing a bridge beforehand. And it's close enough that if Ophelia's dancing lights were out, or if one of you had lit up a torch and was riding slightly ahead of the carriage, you were very likely to have seen it. So it's a curiosity that you kind of mark as everyone else kind of rouses and begins getting the horses hitched to the carriage and tying up the horses that need to be tied together and all that. The morning starts.
And I consult our map.
Yeah. You kind of check out the little bit that you have, and although the map is not superbly marked in any way, a bridge is a pretty substantial landmark. If not the bridge, the river. Also notable is this river would have to, since it is blocking you from moving from Forbelle to Alis Eriel, you probably would have remembered crossing it when you, I don't know, went to Forbelle in the past, or went to Alis Eriel for this section of your life. And you don't have a memory of it.
Hey, Yoy,
Yes.
do you remember there being a river here?
Does Yoy remember there being a river there?
Make an intelligence check.
Okay. Cody, Cody, take your daughter, please. Cody.
Reaching to the screen, let me hold it.
Baby.
Give me the baby.
You
Hello,
said
baby.
intelligence?
Intelligence, yep.
Jesus Christ, I'm retiring this dice. Got a natural 1. I don't know shit about a river.
God can bleed! God can bleed!
You look like you have traveled a bit, but you're never really paying attention, and you're more focused on like how you've been right now in the cart, in the carriage, doing something, setting something up, dusting something off. And so you don't have memories of landmarks or other such traveling from Alis Eriel to Forbelle or to Alinar Oran, nothing like that. And Glaerun, you watch as your ally just gets a face of pure confusion kind of befalling over her. Just the most she can muster is a shrug.
Does it really shock you that a river is on our path? I just don't...
I've been on this road a few times before, and I don't remember there ever being a river here.
I mean, you're saying we would have passed it on the way to Forbelle, right?
I'm saying that in the several times that I've made the trip from Alis Eriel to Forbelle and back the other way, I've never crossed this river before.
It's easy to forget landmarks, right? I mean, you're saying that you've crossed this path multiple times. Maybe you just forgot?
Did you take us the wrong way?
I don't think so. We went out the eastern gate.
Well, do you see anything that looks familiar in this area, other than the weird river?
Is there anything that looks familiar? Any other landmarks that I might recognize?
Make a intelligence check, Glaerun.
Oh, I'm so bad. Yes. 7.
Oh, I was gonna ask if I could give proficiency, because I have proficiency in that. It's alright.
It's okay. I would probably have said no just because you natural one.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Valid.
Alright. So, you're looking over this, Glaerun, and just looking for any bit of familiarity in the landscape, and you can't pull any useful details from it. You look up at like where the sun's coming from, and it's in the correct direction for where you need to be heading compass-wise, but you've just not this is not a recognizable spot.
Are there any other rivers marked on the map on other paths?
No, actually. There's a river northward of Alis Eriel, as well as there's a river past the mountain that Forbelle is built into. So there's a couple like northern rivers, but not one that basically cuts or surrounds Alis Eriel.
Okay. I'm certain this is not supposed to be here.
Hey, JC.
Mm-hmm.
Being a descendant of the Fae, does this reek of some fairy bullshit?
Make a Arcana check
Can I make one too?
if you want to.
Can I give someone proficiency or
Ooh,
advantage?
natural 20. Let's go, baby.
Never mind.
I don't gotta roll anything. I'll let it. Well, I'll roll just to see if I can do it too. Because I
Do you
learned.
want advantage?
Yeah, give me advantage. Because I learned she doesn't have Arcana proficiency, so I could beat her.
Take it.
Damn. Okay. Jesus. Didn't know it was a competition. Goddamn.
Look,
is.
everything's a competition, and you're about to lose. You're actually gonna win forever. I got a dirty 20.
I see.
Yeah.
Both of you are kind of looking at it, and can see that it is odd. Specifically, that the water is running a little bit too fast for what season it is. The river is not like causing kind of natural erosion, or showing signs of natural erosion. The bridge itself doesn't look basically it looks it doesn't look like it's been affecting the ground that it's been put on too much. Like, after years and years that a stone bridge would last, it should be forming quite the impression on the ground that it's been set into. And the ground around or right next to where the bridge is, looks exactly the same as the grass about 30 feet away.
Would I be able to tell what would happen if we were to cross that bridge?
For so what you are be able to tell what happens if we cross the bridge. I would say with what you've rolled on the Arcana check, what you are specifically able to know is that the bridge is newly set there. The bridge was not there recently. However, it is an actual bridge and appears to be an actual river. And so with the kind of general Fey knowledge that you rolled, if this is a Fey, it might be some sort of like version of a toll gate or a basically a roadblock. And so if it was Fey place, stepping onto the bridge would invoke a conversation with whoever is responsible for it. To be fair, you do know, as a resident of Usapait, Usapait has very deep connections with the Fae. It wouldn't be unheard of for the for the kind of barrier between the Feywild and the material plane to split a little bit, and a little piece of wilds come here. You're much more aware of it happening down in the less stable parts of the continent. Like the central part of Usapait is well known for this. It would be it would definitely be noteworthy for it to happen up in the north.
Do I have some different context for this than you are? As part of,
I mean,
the things I be doing in my own time?
I mean, it's definitely, you're of the same general. The problem is the difference between a natural 20 and the just straight cranking a 20 out of there is you're going to get the very similar information on it.
I mean, from like my backstory stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if anything specifics would come out.
Well, I'll ask a general question. Is it safe to cross and enact the conversation?
As long as this is not a party that you've spited, it's definitely not. It's seen as like, you know, generally
It's
if it
tricky, but like you can maneuver if you know what you're doing.
Oh, 100%. It's like it's going through something where if you do everything right and don't get a big head about yourself, you should be fine, if not a little worse for wear. But if you attempt to resist it, or you go in without knowing what you're doing, you very well can get hurt.
Yoi will look to the party and say, I'll talk to the bridge troll. And start walking onto the bridge.
I should go with it. I should go with it. I am gonna let her know that I should probably go with you.
While they do that, can I look around for some cool bugs?
Sure, you can make a nature check.
I feel like there's some real cool bugs by this river that flows too fast and this bridge that's too new.
Mm-hmm.
God, I sure hope so. I'll be honest.
This is some bugs that are too fake.
We're just gonna hear like rolls natural 1. Fuck.
10.
10. All right. I'll let you know if anything comes up, but we're gonna go to the bridge first.
Yeah,
So
nothing is showing up.
Yoi is walking on with Ophelia. Is that?
I don't trust Yoi to not sell her firstborn on accident. So yes, I'd like to be with her.
I am a Fey descendant. I'm not going
Okay.
to sell my firstborn on accident. How dumb do you think I am?
It's not about you being dumb. It's about the Fae are tricky. They like they're in it for the love of the game. So, and that's not even like an expression. That is the exact thing that happens here. But I still can go with you. I'm just here. I'm here to assist.
Alright. We're here to tag team this shit.
All right. Yoi takes Ophelia with them as the rest of the group watches. And as disregards it to start looking around for bugs. As Yoi, you step onto the bridge, you feel it sway, almost like you stepped on a rope bridge, even though it's stone. As then you just kind of hear this kind of bubbling sound, as though the water below the bridge is beginning to burble and move. And you kind of feel that like shifting of the stone pick up slightly more, as though a wind is beginning to blow through. Is there anything you're immediately going to do, or are you just going to wait it out?
Does it feel dangerous, or do I just feel wobbly?
You just feel wobbly right now.
I'll wait it out.
Okay. As you wait, the bridge kind of sways a little more and a little more, and you can hear over the bubbling just this sound of like a like the sound of like wet skin over stone, just like almost they're climbing a rock wall, and you can hear this kind of should be low but kind of skews in a higher tone pitch voice kind of mutter from underneath the bridge. I am the toll master. May I have the name of those on my bridge?
Yoi is going to answer. My name is. Oh my god, guys, I need a alias like quick.
You may not have my name, but you may know my name. And the name that you may know me as is Ophelia.
You kind of hear the sound kind of pick up as two long gnarled sets of green fingers, almost like the stems of cattails, reach up and like kind of skitter over the edge of the bridge to gain a handhold. One then leads to another, and it picks up this large, bulbous head, green-skinned and covered in warts and water. These two black eyes with a small white dot in the middle, a large rock-like nose that extends far from its face and almost kind of curves into the jaw almost, and very sharp teeth. The back of its head and the little bits of shoulders that you can see are covered in bridgestone, lending it to look similar in make to the bridge itself. You're wishing to cross the bridge. A toll must be paid.
May we know the price of this toll?
The price is what you present. Then once judged, passage is given.
For us to pass your bridge safely, me, my companion, our cart, our horses, and our other companions, I will offer up to you this bag of sweets made in the capital of this country. And I will reach out and I will pull out my mostly full bag of candy that I purchased and give it to Yoi to present as our payment across the bridge.
Yoi kind of takes, yeah. Yoi kind of takes the candy from you. And looks at it, looks at the creature that has kind of pulled itself up onto the side of the bridge. And if that is what you guys want to present as toll,
I mean,
that means...
does Yoi wish to present anything as the toll?
I don't have anything.
You don't have anything on you at all?
Nope, we'll just give the candy.
You don't? Okay, are you... You ain't got nothing? No money? No candy? No booze? No rings? You could pay it a compliment. Don't let us getting killed be because I gave the troll candy. Please. Please help me. I need your help. My bags are light.
Okay, Jacob, can I make a roll to see what kind of creature this is and try to discern what exactly it would like?
Sure, you can make a nature check for me.
That is a 17 on the die for a total of 19. No, sorry. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
21. So you are, as you kind of look at this is a Feyborn giant. So it is a descendant, or basically a mixture between a giant and a Fey. As such, it has both the advantages and disadvantages of both. From the Fey side, It does love trinkets and oddities. And then from the giant side, it loves meat, food, things that fill it, and that I can sink its teeth into. That would be what you get.
I'm trying to think here.
I knew Halen should have brought us crocodile jerky.
Yoi is going to pull out because she has her jewelry box from the guild hall. We'll offer up a pearl necklace and some
Thank you,
costume earrings.
Pearl necklace and costume earrings?
Yep.
Alrighty. So, with this, you guys are able to roll a... Both of you for your gifts are able to roll me a d10.
Helm is not here. Do you want me to roll on their behalf, or do you want to do it?
You can roll. That would be 2d10 then.
Can I do it?
Yeah, sure. Why not? 1d10
Yay.
for Yoi, 1d10 for
Oh, I got a 10.
You got a 10?
Nice.
I hope that's bad, actually.
Okay. Yoi,
I got an 8.
you got an 8. So that means if it wants more, it will have to roll above an 18.
What's happening? I stepped away. Did we die? Are we dead?
Not yet.
As you hand the bag and it takes it with one hand, you can see a bunch of it begins to almost get squeezed out of the top of the baggie, and in the other hand, the jewelry just disappears into its large palm of the right hand. You see as it begins to you see it kind of almost slip down a bit on the bridge as its hands were holding onto the bridge, and for a second you expect it to fall in the water, but as it looks kind of back and forth, you see that it remains kind of almost impossibly just on the side of the bridge, almost like it's suctioned onto it. And as it grins, you see those razor sharp teeth. And then it kind of extends and elongates the jaw almost like a python would, and just pushes the entire bag of candy, cloth and all, into its maw. And you hear the crunching sound of candy splintering inside of its mouth. And as it kind of looks through, almost like a side eye at the two of you, and begins, clutching the gems kind of close to its chest, and it's still chewing with its mouth mostly full. You can hear it barely decipherable through the amalgamation of sweets that it's mixing in its mouth. Pass. And you watch as it truly does this time just drop off the side of the bridge with enough speed that you expect to hear a splash from it hitting the water. But no splash occurs.
Yoi will wave everybody forward.
All right. Does the group move forward?
Yeah, I suppose.
All right.
Do the thing.
The bug check that was happening during this exchange. I'm just gonna do a variable check. So a 10 could theoretically work if I roll low.
Hey, you rolled a 5.
It's not a d20 roll.
No!
Unfortunately, at this point, much like how if you know a predator is around by not seeing a bunch of prey animals, it seems that the arrival of this bridge might be the catalyst for different smaller creatures disappearing, whether it is directly involved with the disappearance of them or if it just scared them away from this location. Either way, your morning's totally ruined,
It really is.
But the horses and carriages pick up, and each of you begin moving across the bridge. No more issue from any of that. We've got the new day, day 4 of travel, before you guys see the city. We've got a general encounter roll for someone to roll right now.
I'll do it.
Sounds good.
16.
16. So close. I almost get to cause so much issue.
It's
You
a
should
new
just-
day. Do I have to reset my dice?
I mean, technically, I thought you were using that 5 that you just rolled at the beginning when I was talking about everyone getting up.
I mean, I can. Well, if we went to bed, I'd have to start again. I'll keep them.
Yeah, it's what it is.
Sure.
The day is uneventful. We've got one more time for you guys to stay at camp, so there will be the 3 encounter rolls there, and then you'll have your final day of
I'll
travel.
join Night Watch. I'll join Night Watch.
Okay.
Who's
Yeah, I feel
watch?
like I should as well.
Am I done with that gauntlet?
We should do that Arcana check for today.
Okay. I just wanted to ask because if I am, I do want to do a night watch so I could present it to.
Yeah. Well, it's the big thing.
That is.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say because right now the infusing it with magic is the longest part. So you still do have a while to go. You're almost done though.
I got a 19 on the dice.
Good to know. That is a pass.
I'll get to roll for like 20 something.
That is a pass.
Okay.
Not done quite yet. Enchanting stuff does take a bit of time. So don't worry too much. I'll let you know when it's finished.
Okay.
It's just you're getting some nice little downtime stuff. So, Ophelia, you're taking some time. Whose night watch are you joining in on, or are you replacing someone? What's going on? All right, I'm just gonna kick them out if they're not gonna say anything. Let's start the dice roll.
Jesus, another 16.
You're getting so
this dice-
close.
It's the same. It's one dice. That dice must be weighted for 16s.
It might be.
I'll roll something else next time.
You're all good. Valden, you're on watch 2.
Yeah, I got a 5.
Sounds good. James, Glaerun's on last watch.
Copy that. That is a 4.
Okay.
4.
Easy enough. This time truly not assailed by anything potentially malicious. As you wake up and double check the surroundings, it seems normal and even recognizable for someone like you, Glaerun. You are within a day's travel away from your home. And with that being even the kind of hours away that you still are, with the breeze bringing the kind of salted air of the ocean closer, you can smell the coastal region, even though you still have the better part of a day's travel left. So, we've got one last encounter roll, one last Arcana check for Yoi's building, and then we're good. Can we get a encounter roll?
Sure.
Dibs. Ugh.
Oh, go ahead. Nah. You said dibs.
9.
9.
9.
The northern region, being as safe and unfettered as it is, does not assail you any more than it has with the bridge on the way, the last leg over to Alis Eriel. Just a reminder that 5 days worth of rations has been eaten, so that would be 30 rations total have been pulled from your supply. And with that, we've got one Arcana check from Yoi as she's working in the cart.
That is a 19, 16 on the die.
Beautiful. You're making very good progress, and since this is one of the first times that you're doing permanent enchantment, it is lending you to know how long this process actually is, of how many times or how long it would actually take you to do some of this, as you can feel that you're about over the halfway point of it. Specifically for how this works, since this is something that you are trained in, Yoi, if you're not in a difficult situation like the back of a carriage or something, it's just something that you can spend a workday of downtime doing. And if you're in the back of a car or something like that, that's where the Arcana roll is. For an uncommon item like the item you're making, it is generally 2 work weeks of time to enchant it. With what you've been doing of the building and enchanting and all of that, you've currently got 7 out of 10 days done is where you are with the amount of work that you've put in. But
Finish the boat then.
finish soon. But with that, the surrounding land gets more and more familiar to one of you. Glaerun, you see the road begin to kind of deepen a little bit as you realize that you guys have gotten onto the main trade route of whether regardless if a carriage or convoy is heading to Alinar Orin, Forbelle, Amith Tular, or any of the cities in the north or otherwise, this is the road to Alis Eriel or from it. The smell of salt to those with good noses gets stronger and stronger, and a slight chill in the breeze picks up as extra humidity begins to flow around you. The first general noise is in fact of crashing waves against the coast that breaks up the monotony of horse hoofbeats or the carriage creaking. These waves that hit the rock of the coast are something that has lended one of you great comfort even in the past of your life, but now just simply marks your hometown. However, it does not stop you from getting at least a little bit excited as you know you get closer and closer to your family, and the rest of the group can feel that little bit of anxious, unconscious excitement kind of move through your companion. As the sun begins to drop in the far region, evening is well and truly upon you, and although generally at this point you begin to start making camp, you push forward just a little bit more until finally, in the distance, you see lights. The lights of Alis Eriel. It's a bit dark, but As you all begin to make your way in, you can see that there's a slight bit of elevation, almost as if the coast itself has been forcefully pushed to be higher by the water. On top of it, you can see residence towers and different bits of structures connected by grand stone staircases that are better at weathering the humidity of the sea. Lights are ablaze in many of these houses, but as you kind of step up and actually get near the edge of the city, on this higher elevation, you look down, and for a moment, those of you who don't know what you're looking at believe you see many residences just dotted out, almost like you're seeing a valley before you of structures. But eventually you can see reflections on the ground that mirror those next to it. Although to the untrained eye, they look to be blazing structures on land. To those in the know, such as Glaerun, and those that take a moment to ponder and reflect, those are the lights of boats, all in the main harbor of the port city. These places that, regardless of whether they're actually going somewhere or not, house people that might be stuck in port, those people that might feel more comfortable out on the water with how the city has been built around these sections. And for those that have decided to live here, building or buying a boat and just simply renting a spot on the pier might actually be a suitable and sustainable way of life as opposed to buying a house. And as such, the grand trade city of the coast presents itself to you. Welcome home, Glaerun. What is the first step that the six of you would like to do?
Let's head towards the Wraithran estate, wherever that is in here.
Sounds good. First things first, you do in fact have to go through the entry gate of Alis Eriel. Unlike Forbelle, which has theoretically four gates, even though the east, west, and south gates are the ones used the most, Alis Eriel only has two, one to the south and one to the west, as the rest of it is accessible by sea. You guys head to the western gate, and although for a moment in the kind of dark light, it does not look to be housed or staffed by anyone, eventually as you pull closer in the glint of the torchlight, you can see armored individuals of the city guard kind of standing by these large glaives, glinting the light as much as their chain armor, as one of them hails the carriage and the horses. You all see a elven individual, although his hair and ears are pulled up into the protective helmet that he has, kind of moves towards your little convoy of carriage and horses. May I ask who's troubling our town this late at night?
Glaerun Wraithran returning home.
Forgive me. I apologize, Lord. I didn't recognize you in the low light. How has your travels been?
Oh, all right. Just went around, hit up Forbelle, then making our way back here now.
Of course. I'm sure you'd be looking forward to seeing your father again. I won't delay you any. As he kind of turns over his shoulder. Passage cleared for the convoy. My pleasure, sir.
The pleasure is all mine.
The horse kind of moves forward. The carriage lurches as anyone who wishes can exchange a side eye with another individual as you all head through the western gate of Alis Eriel. The structures itself, although the main way to walk around here would be through staircases, since it is a port town and an epicenter for trade, there are ways to maneuver the carriage through. It looks like, in your experience, it would be a pain because it is a heavily regulated spot to kind of move stuff back and forth, getting stopped and questioned by guards, just basically people checking and making sure you're not smuggling anything. However, it does seem to be something that you don't have to worry about at this point in time, as a similar conversation will happen, as Glaerun seems to be quite well known in the city. And as he basically just says what you guys are doing, heading to the Lord's house and all that, passage is opened up for the rest of you, and the carriage is able to move through unharried through the streets of the city. Heading straight to your father's house.
Yes.
Fair enough. The Wraithrin estate is located on the northernmost side of the city, backed by a overview of the ocean. However, being semi pulled back from it, it is simultaneously the best vantage point in the city and also the most impressive spot of land. Connected, several buildings that are connected via stone staircases and ramps that allows both yourselves, if you are walking on foot, and the cart to travel up there unbidden. You can see a what seems to be almost like a... Those of you with higher intelligence might see that it would have been originally an old trade house that has now become a basically storage stables combination. You can see different horses, you can see different carriages and carts that are kind of set aside as different attendants kind of work to secure anything. And that is the spot where you guys arrive first, simply because the carriage needs to go somewhere, and the main house does not have a spot for a carriage to roll up on. However, off to the side, Glaerun, you can see the main house, as well as one of the side spots that is the closest to, basically a side building that is the closest to overlooking the vast ocean itself, from the kind of three different buildings that the estate is known for. From basically to catch up on any context, the main building is where you, your father, your mother, your brother all lived, and if any sort of meditation, work, prayer, even at some points he outsourced that third building to a tutor for basically using as a classroom for you and your brother. But it does look like, although the stables and main estate are both lit up and blazing with different torches and arcane lights, that third building is empty, cold, and holds no residents nor light.
Cool. After dropping off the horses and the cart at the stables area, we should just make our way up to the main house.
All right. Is there anything besides, of course, the carriage and the horses, anything people want to explicitly not leave behind? I just want to make sure no one's kind of caught off guard. There are attendants that are basically like taking the horses, saying that they'll get them fed and into correct stables. Basically kind of looking off towards Glaerun before he kind of nods in quick approval before they kind of take anything from you guys.
I want to make sure that we've got Ophelia.
That's fair.
They left me in a hot car again.
That's fair. That could happen.
That's fair? What do you mean that's fair?
Hey, I've thought about it.
Ain't nothing fair about getting
We've
left
had
in a hot
conversations
car.
about leaving you in a hot car.
A note on the carriage. She's perfectly safe and is listening to wizard music. We'll be back.
We're listening to King Wizard.
What is wizard music?
Shadow Wizard Money Gang. It's just Shadow Wizard Money
It's
Gang.
Shadow Wizard Money Gang.
We love casting spells.
Lizard Gizzard Wizard guy.
Yeah,
King-
that's the one I was
don't know
trying
that
to
band.
think of. Well, my
And-
brother-in-law loves them.
The entire soundtrack of Kingdom Hearts. That's wizard music.
That is definitely wizard music. That's very true. But you are able to collect your resident Ophelia, and if you're following Glaerun, and if Glaerun is leading you, you guys are welcome to head to the main residence.
I'm gonna compliment Glaerun's house by saying, "Wow, I guess I took. I guess I should have listened when you were talking about how much clout your family has. It's quite the place."
Thank you. Hopefully, we won't be interrupting anything.
You don't have to stay in your childhood bedroom, do you? That's always so embarrassing.
My bedroom is perfectly reasonable, thank you very much, and I'm happy to stay there.
It is not our fault that some of us have a childhood bedroom, Aelin.
Okay. Rude. Just because I was raised in the barracks doesn't mean I didn't have a family.
I remember my room when I was 40.
Well, not all of us can remember our rooms, Ophelia. And I'm gonna give Yoy like a little nudge.
Not all of us can remember.
Some of us have amnesia, so
Some of us have
Actually,
acute
Heather,
brain damage. Thank you
I
very
can't
much.
sit down. I have amnesia.
All right. You all head across, kind of both then down, then up respective stone staircases, almost like little hills that you are making your way down and up before you make it to the entrance of the Wraithrin estate. You can see at this point it does not matter about it being later in the evening when the lights have kind of gone down. The glow of torches and arcane lights, depending on where on the property you are, is more than enough that the individuals, the guards around here that see you do in fact recognize you and are not harrying anyone that you are walking alongside of, although you guys do feel the gazes of them upon you, just kind of like noting who is walking beside him, and you feel like these people are taking down your personal details, your visages, so that they could identify you regardless of what happens, whether they need to identify you for good reasons in the future or they need to explain to the town guard who you are down to the last detail. The main door is opened to you, and you can see a high elven individual in very nice, like a nice suit, basically beginning to put on like like another layer, almost like a jacket, as he sees the doors opens and reacts in a little bit of surprise before hurriedly kind of taking the jacket back off of. Master Aethrin, I didn't expect you to be in at such a late hour. Kind of hurriedly like moves over to the side. You see him open a door where like basically jackets or shoes and stuff are kind of stored, and kind of like sets the jacket there, closing it behind him. Should I call your father? Should I be introducing you to anything? Is there anything you need?
Can you have the guest rooms made up?
Of course. I will get right on that, Master Aethrin, and I'm sure your father will be very pleased to hear that you've returned. Do you need me to send him a message, or?
Where is he at?
He's in the second floor study.
I think I'll just walk up and meet with him.
Of course, and he gives a like kind of slight bow, and as he kind of does that, he polite to kind of like this polite acknowledgement of the 5 others behind you before he kind of hurriedly moves off. You're sure to get some things ready. And I think for the first time since you've been in the estate, since you've sent the help out to do something, it is now just you and the group in the estate rather than a guard or a servant being alongside you and asking you for something. Would you like to truly head up to the study?
Is there a sitting room on the first floor?
There is.
Awesome. Can I escort Ophelia, Valden, Yoy, and Awen there, and then make my way up to the second floor study?
So you kind of step through, and the other 5 of you get to witness this. I would say it's very obvious for those of you kind of looking around that there is wealth here. However, this is not, what should we say, not everything is gilded in a precious metal. Not everything is, there's not tasteless art on the, like, plastered over the walls. It's by no means the excessiveness that you've come to expect from some nobles, especially something Yoy might have seen up in Forbelle from people who were not even like straight working in the court, the being the advisors for the nation, but just the people who are assistants to the advisors. Anyone that had come into the wealth is quick to flaunt it off of this, and it's just because of how much thought, how much care has been put into every railing that you see of a staircase, every door that has kind of intricate woodworking throughout it. Little, like, when you guys get into the sitting room, you see like the fine pieces of furniture that Glaerun's kind of like absent-mindedly walking around. Something that should be a novelty of quality or craftsmanship. Glaerun's just walking around like it is his house because it is, and that's something noticeable to each of you. But Glaerun, you are able to quickly lead them to a sitting room. And I will get to the list for that question.
Yoy would like to leave to go shopping.
At
Is anything
night?
open late at night?
I can't clothing window shop. What do you want from me? We have sending stone earrings. Maybe I just need some air.
Can you wait until after I introduce you?
No,
Remember
she's
when
gonna
I tried
roll
to go
mugged.
shopping and you beat me up.
Yeah, let her get mugged. Wait until
We
the
should do the
morning,
mugging.
like a normal person. Besides, you're gonna miss hanging out in the sitting room. But no, you wanna go shopping?
Okay, I'll wait until the morning. I just figured that we would have limited time tomorrow, so I figured I would go window shopping tonight. But never mind.
Thank you. Alright. I will make my way up to the second floor study.
All right. So are you leaving the 5 of them here without a word?
I'm going to go and let my father know that you're here, and hopefully bring him down to introduce you all to him, assuming he's not too busy.
Dungeon Master, as soon as he leaves, I would like to find the most comfortable chair in the place and pull out my engraved pipe and just say, I've always wanted to try this, and just pack my pipe and smoke up in this fancy ass fucking study.
Fuck it. Can I have a cigarette too?
Honestly, so valid. Pull
Can I,
some wine out of the backpack. Let's get this going.
can I also bum a cigarette off of
Yeah, fuck. I'll give Val a cigarette.
Yes, yes.
500 cigarettes, please.
You're always gonna start plucking on the lyre, humming a
Oh,
Dude, hell yeah.
We're gonna be quite the scene to meet Glaerun's father.
Set me up on something and pour me wine.
The
What
study
are
has
we
never
doing?
been more of a vibe.
Well,
than
and
this
it's an interesting thing because depending on how Aelin reacts, your search for the most comfortable is very easily cut short because you do find the first there's an array of seats and stuff in here. A little over a half dozen. Like there's sitting chairs. There's kind of like an elongated seat for like a couple people to sit in. And the first one you choose and sit down in it is already the most comfortable chair you've sat in.
Alright, it's gonna be one that is like a little bit taller than Aelin and has the wings. Those
Yes,
seats.
I do.
Yes, okay. One of them. I'm gonna go, ooh, that one looks interesting, and I'll
All right.
it'll be perfect.
So, cigarettes are passed out. Tobacco is being packed. Are you just? You don't have a wine? Are you just? You just have a bottle of wine, Ophelia?
Classy.
What have they done to me?
Well, you said
No
pour
glasses,
some
just a
wine, but I
bottle.
was like, where are the glasses coming from?
Yeah, we
I should
edited
have a
40
cup.
minutes, sorry.
They duct tape a wine bottle in my one hand.
you Edward 40 hands them with a wine bottle.
I'm assuming we have a cup in the bag.
I mean,
Do we still got the carriage? I'm sure my parents would have. No, we don't. No, we don't.
No, we
I'm
don't.
sure there's a
Alright.
cup in this place somewhere, though, right?
would you like to
I'm
make an
smoking
investigation
sick.
check?
Dude, is there a
Oh,
globe? Is there
You
a
want
globe?
advantage? You want advantage? Have
I'll look
advantage.
I'll look around. I'll get out of my comfy chair with my pipe. Without, I'll just hold it in my mouth while I look around and touch stuff, and I'll investigate this room for a
Squinting
glass.
with the pipe halfway falling out.
Yeah. Maybe this bookshelf. Oh.
Yes.
Oh man. All right. Let me get my modifier, but I rolled a 19. I'm feeling pretty dapper in this place. It would be I have a +0 to my investigation, so 19.
19. You begin looking around the room, set up with like different bookshelves. There's a fireplace that has been like well kept and was already burning when you came in here. It's a very cozy, very comfy room. There's all these chairs around, and over on kind of the far wall, you can see basically a coastal map, and with it, it's so fucking funny that you said it. And with it, you can see like not a globe, but like basically like a curved domish piece that shows the general curvature, as that would be important for delivering supplies upwards. And you can see like the tip of Ashar, some of the trade islands out to the east, the kind of tip of the southern bits of Usapait and the coast. And as you look at it, there are some like locks, like tab locks on the bottom that you, and the dome comes up, and you can see that there is a bottle of some sort of like very whiskey-looking liquid, as well as four crystal glasses that you can see.
This is not my house. I cannot drink that. But god damn does Aelin want to pour himself a small glass. After opening the thing though, he's gonna say, yeah, that's where I'd put it. And I'll bring Ophelia a glass.
Okay. Cigarettes are passed out, tobacco is passed, and wine is poured. If there's any conversation that you guys would like to have, let it be had. You guys have a little bit of time before Glaerun gets to their father and talks to them. Otherwise, I'm going to skip to that.
He's gonna come in here and we're gonna be aura farming in his house.
Oh yeah, I think Aelin sitting just back in the wing chair. They're just gonna say, "What's the fanciest place that you guys have ever been in? Because I think this is it for me."
I've seen better.
In between coughs of smoking a cigarette for only the second time ever, Val is gonna say, "I don't know."
Did you
I
light
would-
the filter and smoke from the other end?
I've seen some pretty fancy places in Pathos, but this is definitely up there.
It's quite the place. I'm not surprised anymore about how Glaerun handles himself. It kind of starts to make sense.
After a couple minutes, you guys actually do see the servant enter the sitting area. You can see that they have basically a tray, and on it there is a collection of both waters, different bits of alcohol, and this kind of like bright red refreshment. Basically, he's it's on the side of, he's kind of gestures, and we have non-alcoholic and alcoholic for any of the master's guests.
I'll take some water.
Easy enough.
Ooh.
You guys are able to collect what you want from him.
I want the red refreshment. What's the red refreshment? I want it.
Okay. You take a drink.
Yes.
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 Poison.
Poison. Yoi, it has been a while since you've had the fruit of this. Because this fruit is not normally accessible, but the deep red liquid is the juice of pomegranate. This is pomegranate juice that has been prepared for you guys.
Oh my god.
Bro, you gotta live here for 3 months out of the year now. You're fucked.
God damn it.
They got your ass. You're here 3 months out of the year.
How many pomegranate seeds went into making this pomegranate juice?
Like 4.
4 seeds? That is not a lot of juice.
They are juicy.
Juicy. But if any of you want anything from that, Azure is more than willing to pass out the refreshments before leaving you all to your own devices.
I'll drink their wine if it's better than my wine.
I mean, at this point, theirs is technically still high tier, and yours is medium tier, but they're close enough at this point where it becomes up to user preference. You could have gained a taste for yours, but since it's brand new wine, why not? Why would you ever turn down a free sample of another type?
2 cups of wine, 1 hand.
Double the wine,
mage
half the
and-
hand.
Double mage hand wine and then regular hand wine.
Just mix them and fill the glass all the way.
Need to put some
All
Gatorade
the
in
way
this.
out. Gator wine. That's a Babish reference. Comments getting people get in the comments.
All right.
Some of your thoughts on Gator wine.
With that, Glaerun, you have, after talking to Adjor, made your way up to the second floor. You can see the rooms along here. A little bit of familiarity with the layout in comparison to the guild hall. Actually, it was a nice little bit of unconscious nostalgia, since a lot of the floors open to the quote-unquote public, or in your guys' case, business partners, people who need to make deals, captains that arrive and want to speak with the Lord would be down on the first floor. Well, your brothers, the master bedroom, the personal studies, the personal library, all are reserved for the second floor. And so with it, I would say you look around, but you do know that the library and your father's study are some 2 different practices, as the main library has a plethora of books on odd, frivolous subjects in your father's eyes, but his place is one that would hold charts, maps, letters from sailors and lords of other cities, a place for him to do his work and be focused on it. And you arrive on the at the edge of his office space with the door closed. You can see the flicker of, we'd call it candlelight, but you do know that there's a kind of large, like chandelier collection that would spout more than enough light for your father to work through the night if he so wished. But you can see the light underneath the door.
I will knock on the door.
Azure, I told you you can leave for the night.
I will crack the door open and stick my head in.
You can see your father's back turned towards you. He's kind of over this large, beautifully ornate desk, a quill in his right hand, kind of gliding across a piece of parchment. You can see a wide stack of them that he's already written up. the sections of not just one but two inkwells over by his quill, kind of stating that one of them has already run dry and he's gone through an entirety or finished off the inkwell and had to break out a new one. You can see a tall glass of water, not alcohol, to the left side of the desk, as well as kind of beginning to slowly curl off of it. Not like they're falling, but just like they've been in the exact spot and he's been like leaning over the desk or like moving stuff around. They've been flattened to almost be like a wallpaper wrapping to the desk itself of sea charts of along the Alis Eriel coast. He doesn't turn kind of as the door opens. I appreciate your concern. I have things that I need to do.
I'll open the door the rest of the way and step in and say, Father?
You watch as that gliding quill kind of stops. And kind of without turning to you immediately, you see the quill move very carefully and precisely, just kind of get tapped into the inkwell to make sure nothing runs on the desk or the pages. And the quill is turned to its proper resting spot before his hands kind of settle on the desk. You can see the shoulders kind of rise and fall with a bit of a breath. And then he kind of pushes out from the chair and turns, and you can see the form of your father, still taller than you in this situation, but he looks different a bit from how you remember him when you left, even. You've always remembered your father as a very tall, imposing man. Someone who, both with his legacy and with his actual kind of size, would be difficult to get out of the shadow of. And in this, you see a tiredness to him. Not bags under the eyes, but this sort of the intelligence or the cunning, that would be the better word for me to use, that you've seen kind of in his eyes whenever they've looked at you before, seems to be dulled. A bit of a spark that's kind of been almost sanded away from him. His shoulders don't necessarily swell to their full size that you remember, and his posture seems the posture of a man who has basically worn his body down through. Basically, it looks like your father's worked for another 20 years since you last saw him, which it has not been a year even since you last saw him. But the smile still pulls onto his face as he takes a step forward and closes the distance over to you. Welcome home.
I'm gonna go up and just give him a big hug.
You hear just that kind of grunt as almost like a bit of pent-up air that you feel in his diaphragm kind of gets let out, almost as in like a kind of like a sigh, probably in a bit of relief, as you feel his like arms kind of close around you. It's good to have you back. I was hoping you weren't going to be away for quite as long as I thought you were.
It's good to be home.
Hmm.
Are you all right? You look tired.
It has been a busy few months. And I don't know the best way to tell you, but Talinor has misplaced himself.
I,
Part of me was hoping he was going to catch up to you, and I am happy to see you, but I do wish it was both of you in my door.
so do I. More than you know. Do you know where he is?
No. He had returned to the house a while after you had left, saying that he wasn't ready or as prepared. It seemed like he didn't want to leave the town until he did. Without a trace. Most of his personal belongings are still here. He didn't take a horse or a carriage from the stables. Nothing but his sword.
Well, I'm sorry to say that the worst has happened. She hasn't.
You see him move back over to the desk. Pick up the stack of papers. Move over to the fireplace that's kind of like smoldering, as it hasn't been tended to in a while, as it seems he's been keeping the staff outside. And kind of looks down at it, his thumbs kind of brushing the sheets. Then throws it in, the fire catching on the parchment. Be useless to send anyone looking then.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think he's all gone, but he is well within her grasp. I don't know how to help him unless we can find him.
Do you think that's something that we can do?
I if he's not here, I have to assume he's either in Forbelle or Eleanor, and I can't imagine he's gone south, at least not yet.
It seems that you have more information than I do. But I suppose you wouldn't be returned here to just confirm what I already suspected. What brings you home?
About that, we have some guests in the downstairs sitting room. I asked Azure to bring them some refreshments, but they are waiting for us. I will absolutely explain why I'm here, but it's probably better if I do it while we're with them.
They're expecting something.
Yes. I have a small favor to ask.
Kind of steps away from the fireplace and watching the pages burn, strides back over to you and places a hand on your shoulder. Well then, I must see if I'm able to fulfill that favor. Shall you introduce me then?
I think I shall. Start walking towards the door.
You hear kind of one more inhale from your father, the sound of someone preparing themselves for something, although he does not know what. But then as you step out the door and wait a pause for him, what strides out the door is the tall, imposing, intense lord of Alis Eriel, the master of trade, the leader of House Raithran. And the two of you make your way down to the sitting room. What you walk into, the sitting room has been made several shades smokier, with the five of them drinking their chosen beverage of water, alcohol, or pomegranate juice. Ophelia has one glass of wine in their standard hand and another crystalline glass of wine floating in the air with an arcane hand, each kind of sitting in their own respective comfortable sitting room seats. As the five of you watch, as Glaerun steps into the room, you see his face kind of fall as he sees the five of you. And then stepping past him, the wide-shouldered individual, the high elf that bears striking resemblance to your companion, the Lord of the city. Good evening. I would suppose that as there are more of you than there are of me, it is only correct that I introduce myself to the individuals responsible for allowing my son to travel with them. My name is Gorel Raithrin, Lord of Alis Eriel, Master of Trade, and father to Glaerun. May I have context to your names and titles?
Aelin will stand up out of the chair and what? Oh, okay. Aelin will stand up out of the chair and kind of like, sir, it's an honor to meet you. I am Aelin, and I must say that Glaerun has been nothing but the best travel companion. I do not yield from this land, so I don't have much of a title to share, but know that I'm just a lowly soldier, I suppose.
There is nothing lowly about the soldier. Those who stand to defend what they hold dear ought to be held in the highest esteem.
Yoi will stand up and extend her hand.
Yoi Chavri of Cupid's Needle in Forbelle. It's a pleasure to meet you.
He kind of takes your hand, kind of places his lips down next to it in a standard courtesy. And as he kind of withdraws away, he kind of locks eyes with you and just, by any chance, does Morella still work at the Needle?
She does.
Fine work from a fine establishment.
Indeed. It is lovely to have her on staff, and we hope that she stays with us for a very long time after I take over.
He nods.
Val is still gonna kind of be like back in a little bit of a corner, like just coughing and gasping for breath and like waving his hand off. If he looks at him, he waves him off to go to somebody else.
We'll pass over Valden and look over to Ophelia and
That's Val. I'm from Pathlios, so nothing I say probably matters here anyway. I have no title of importance.
kind of looks You can see his eyes kind of almost not squint, but just focus in with the statement. As you have stated such, it shall be so for only as long as you're willing to believe it. And looks over at the last person to say anything, Ophelia. Are you of the same persuasion?
I have my titles, but I don't imagine there'll be much use in this situation. You may call me Ophelia.
Tell me, are you believing you'll need use in this situation?
Well, that would depend on how much you're willing to listen and believe.
I have spent much time with the option and ability to listen and believe many different people. You'd be surprised what you can pick up from a different perspective. Glaerun says that you have, all of you, have a favor. You require something of our estate?
Yes. We need a boat, just a small ship, enough for us to travel down the coast to Alari.
I see. Looking at you, Glaerun, the open ocean is not kind at this time. You understand this?
I understand. I'm hoping to stay fairly close to shore. Try and avoid going too far out.
There are plenty of ships docked here. The issue would be finding someone willing. Most are not going out under the public knowledge of my decree of non-safety to exit the port. But few have come to ask for an exception. My word, as much as the sailors down there would like you to believe, is not law with them. And yet, few have left, and even fewer want to leave. We'd have to convince someone. But this is something I may be able to do. I need exact specifications, no surprises for the captain. Everything and everyone that you wish to bring on board, whether you are bringing your own supplies or need them packed for you, any cargo, and whether you expect a return trip. Once you have those specifications, I'll see if I'm able to find someone.
Thank you.
Kind of looks out over everyone. Anything to add to this favor?
Would it be possible to send a message ahead of us? Not by boat, by some faster method?
To Alari?
Yes.
It could be. Sent by other... If we have a arcane messenger or a animal message, they should be able to get there faster. But correspondence has become a little difficult recently. I've lost contact with a few cities in the central region. My main hesitation for sending you into the central region at all, Glaerun, is a few contacts are telling me war is beginning to brew again.
Yes, and I don't know how much the war is going to touch Alari right now. They may be destroyed before the war can get to them. That's why we need to get down there. Ophelia has visions and has seen the destruction of Alari. We're hoping we can get down there quickly enough to prevent it. But if we can send a messenger ahead, perhaps some of the city can be evacuated.
I see. He turns to Ophelia, looking down at you in the chair. Is there anything you'd be able to share with me about your vision?
Outside of the fact that they're all going to die?
I'm unfortunately a man of details. You wouldn't happen to know how, or the gods forbid why, they'd be meeting their end?
Unfortunately, that's a complicated question to answer. Why, I couldn't tell you. How? Violently, I assume.
Seldom is peacefully. I understand. Those that have the gift of prophecy are seldom allowed this gift with the clarity that they wish. Simply knowing of it and being able to act on it is a gift in and of itself.
I'll insight check him.
Sure.
I know nothing. 7.
7.
You know what? He rolled a 5.
Okay, so he still beats you.
Yeah! Wow!
Was it a 7
That's
plus
great.
anything?
No, 7.
Okay.
I rolled a 2. Crazy.
Crazy.
It's got charisma.
You look at this man, and I'm gonna put you on blast for the question that you put in the D&D chat of, are you older than him? At this moment, Ophelia is looking at him, trying to size him up, and you unequivocally answer that question that has been placed at the back of your mind. No, you are not. This man looks to you as though he is several centuries into his life with the wisdom that comes for it. This man knows what he is talking about. This man knows what he means to do and how he can do it. And with it comes some deeper understanding than you were expecting from Glaerun's family. Any member.
I was seeing if he was racist. He's not, I think. I still got time to make a bad impression.
He turns and kind of looks over the group of people, seeing the spit of smoke around the top of the room. Kind of steps over. I'm sure that Ajor made accommodations for you all here tonight. In the morning, I will see what accommodations can be made for the whole of you by sea. I'm not one to try and refuse my son something. Hopefully, refusing him something that needs to be done is not something I have to do. But I cannot guarantee anything. I am simply a man. Just also the Lord. As you see a small smile creep across his face. But you all seem to have made yourselves quite comfortable. I see no need to interrupt that. I will lend you to your nighttime activities. I'm sure Glaerun can be used to see you to the guest chambers. I will not get in your way for the rest of the night. There are several things I must attend to.
Will we see you tomorrow morning?
Turns as you say that and looks at you. Depends on when you wake. I'm not one to sleep in.
All right. Thank you.
Of course. Now, I do not wish for anyone to lose a night of sleep at my estate, so I wish you all the best rest our beds can afford you. I have work to finish tonight, and it seems I have a favor to attempt to fulfill in the morning. He steps over back to the, basically a walkway that enters into the sitting area, and then kind of half turns to address Glaerun. Interesting group you've picked up.
Yes, they are.
He looks like he's about to say something else, but then you see him stop himself, and just a small, less obvious smile crosses his lips before he steps out of the sitting room and leaves you all to your own devices. The 6 of you alone at the estate.
Did he leave the drinks?
Yeah, I could say that Israel has kind of left the tray of drinks.
Cool. As soon as he's out of sight, I'm gonna pick an alcoholic beverage at random and just plop down in a chair and take it like a shot.
Easy enough. The burning sensation
Or a
courses
smoke.
over your lips and past your throat as you let out a deep sigh that sounds more like your father than you realize. And the rest of the group looks on. With everyone kind of looking onward, smoking, drinking, generally winding down for the night. Maybe some discussions are going to be had before the morning. Maybe you all are exhausted from your time on the road. But regardless, you've made it to the port city, the trade miniature empire that Glaerun is inexhaustibly tied to. And this is where you'll be tonight. And with that, we're going to end the session there. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Welcome to the new City of the North. You guys got here and immediately became 3 chain smokers, a drunken seer, and a very inclined business satyr.
Goated goat.
The goated goat. And I don't think any more stereotypical D&D party could have possibly walked through the wall at this moment. But we'll have to see if Glaerun's family is able to make good on the favors that they say they can fulfill. But that'll be for next time. As always, thank you everybody so much for watching. Thank you, Helminia, Suzanne, Cody, Jazz, Alpha, and James for joining me. Yes, Alpha did have to leave a little bit into here. I was trying to find a good stopping point before he had to go, but that's okay. That happens. If you're watching this on Twitch Live, thank you so much for watching. If you're watching the restream on YouTube, thank you as well. If you haven't followed or subscribed and you're at this point, you might as well do it. You've watched 3 hours of us rolling dice. Let's do a couple more. It's free and you can always not do it after. But as I know that people are, I'm pretty confident that people know a bit of inspiration needs to be handed out at the end of the session, and they'll all be angry at me if I don't.
I probably got added today for not giving out XP last night.
You got added?
I didn't add you.
Wow, I thought I had it bad.
How dare you lie on my name?
Yeah, I'm still getting called out here.
That's fair.
I didn't call you out. I brought it up in passing because I'm like, oh, we all forgot about it because of other things. We'll talk about this when the cameras aren't rolling.
Yeah, we'll let the verbal abuse happen off camera. But with it, Glaerun, welcome home. Take some DM XP, inspiration, not XP, different thing.
Level up.
Happy to see your dad. And your father's very
We're
happy to see you. We're not leveling up. Shut up. You just leveled up. I'll kill you. Everyone go back down to level 4 for saying that.
Ah.
No.
It's too late. I took me 3 weeks to pick the spell.
It
You
really
can't take
did.
it back.
That was wild. That's gonna be something I remember of. Hey, it took...
I am the only full caster. There's
That's
a lot of
not
weight
an
on my
excuse.
shoulders. It is a very valid excuse,
Nope.
though.
No, it's not.
Nope.
Yes, it is.
Oh, get your fucking shit together.
You
Did
cast
you just
some
say you're the
spells and then
only
you can-
full caster?
Yes,
Bro, I was...
Artificers are half casters.
I've not been playing it that way, but
I'll have you know,
I was
I can't
casting
do
the
that.
fuck
So
out of spells like 60 years ago.
Okay, I'm casting the fuck out of spells now,
But
and I was doing it 60 years ago.
in order not to not to get too wrapped up in this, they're gonna be at this for a couple hours after
You
the show.
have
Everyone,
Fucking together,
thank
then.
you everybody so much for watching. I hope I'll be able to see you next week. The restream on YouTube is happening tomorrow. Restream's always on Friday if you want to catch up. Pleasure to see everyone here as always, and I can't wait for next week. But until then, take care and have a wonderful night. I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.